Damn, but they actually got more news on this motherfucker? Alright, I'm ready. It's not funny! It's very funny. Everybody point and laugh.
This IRL streamer might go down as the dumbest influencer ever create content for the internet because he truly thinks nothing will ever happen to him, even though he's already pleaded guilty to multiple charges in his ongoing Korean criminal case.
Skill
and
issue.
still, he's out on the street racking up more and more felonies daily.
Blah.
While all of this is going on. And I've been covering influencers doing stupid stuff for over a decade now, and I've never seen someone continue to commit felonies in a foreign country while having an ongoing criminal trial. It's like he wants to be stuck there forever. And clearly, this has taken a massive toll on him and his only friend who's financially supporting him.
I can't believe this big guy is just taking him under his wing like a little chick. Like a little chicken. He has a punchable face? Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
As his family seems to have started to cut him off from family funds. So I guess instead of reeling things in and trying to behave, he wants to find out exactly how much time South Korea can possibly give him.
Do you think they do the gluck gluck gluck? Because like what does he actually realistically gain out of helping Johnny Somali? Does he do the gluck gluck? No judging! No judging! Be gagey is okaygy. I'm just saying. I think they probably do the gluck gluck.
I think his confidence is still high because, you know, when he went to Japan, they let him go with only 3 months of jail time. But the big difference here, though, is in Japan, he was thrown in jail and therefore he stopped committing felonies while he was in jail. Now in South Korea, they have a different approach where they travel ban him and let him provide for himself rather than the South Korean taxpayer. This seems to have kind of driven the guy crazy because now he's basically broke, banned on every streaming platform. So because of that, he has no real way of making any decent money. We found out that he wasn't being paid on party, meaning he did this whole shirtless dancing stunt and then got arrested for zero upside. Not only is he the dumbest influencer, but also the most pathetic. But what he seemingly doesn't realize is the more felonies he documents himself doing, the more charges he'll inevitably get, and the longer his criminal trial.
See, this is how you know this guy never played video games or played any games in general. He does not know what a stacking debuff is. You start stacking those debuffs before letting the other ones fall off, you're gonna get dinged. You're gonna take some lot of damage.
Trial will take, or trials, because there could easily be multiple trials here, meaning he will continue to be stuck in Korea. So, instead of switching things up and actually behaving to get a lighter sentence, he starts threatening the Korean government and another YouTuber. Then he gets detained again by the police for doing some stunt in the park, and then to top everything off, for a small donation, he goes back out to taunt people the same day he was already detained, and 20 minutes later, the police were back on him. So we have quite a...
Bro, they must have, like, the cops watching the streams. There's no way.
Few things to talk about today, so let's start off with the strategical pivot at the Johnny Somali HQ.
If Korea does not let me out of Korea, I'm telling you right now, it is a danger to the Korean women. I have had so much sex with Korean women while I've been locked here. I don't wear any when I f these Korean women. I don't get any STD tests while I f these Korean women.
That's a crime, by the way. That's a crime in most countries. Yeah, that's disgusting. Talking about Hank?
I don't. I don't get any STD tests when I f these Korean women. And I make sure to spread whatever I have to all of these Korean women.
So he admits to having a disease. Yeah, where'd you get that disease from? Probably from slurping glurping on Hank's dick, maybe? Maybe?
And the police can't stop me.
Yeah, they can.
The government can't stop me.
Yeah, they can.
Does he think that will help him? That is a crazy thing to say when you're in a criminal trial. Now, I would be worried for the Korean citizens if he could pull anything else but his roommate Hank. I don't know why, but it's always the dudes who get zero play who brag about getting so much play. And again, he is his own star witness to that as well.
Even if he's making it up and saying like, oh, I'm gonna go out and fuck women and give them diseases. Even if he doesn't do that, that's still a crime to say that, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, South Korea does not have the same freedom of speech rights as like America.
Because he admitted
He's such a
he doesn't
dum-dum.
get anything there. I mean, the guy is even denied from the places where you pay for it.
I haven't had pussy since fucking September.
Ah!
Okay, do you guys want to know
This guy gets no pussy!
what happened when I went to the red light district with Hank? I'll tell y'all the story. The other day we went to the red light
Bitchless.
district, and the reason I didn't stream it is because every single we met in the red light district was like, no black, no black, no black.
So it's just more empty words from this guy. But the judge and prosecution doesn't know that, especially after he doubled down.
But when I go to Japan in 2029, I'm gonna pull a Harrison. I kind of like what Harrison is doing. I like how Harrison is doing the super spreader stuff.
What?
I'm gonna be honest.
Why do you admit this on camera?
I'm gonna say it right here to the camera. I'm not scared.
This is bioterrorism, man.
Caught HIV, I would become a super spreader.
That's a crime in most states in America. I don't know about South Korea.
I'll say it right now. I don't care. If I ever caught HIV, I'm gonna become a super spreader.
Dude's entire existence is just being a net loss to society. It's safe to say he's going to be the most fascinating test to the South Korean legal system, because his entire strategy here is to disrespect South Korea as much as possible for some attention on his stream. Dude is essentially trading his freedom and life to be this edgy middle school class clown. Now, I'm hoping this is just empty words like everything else he says, but just like in all the other videos covering the guy, he will inevitably make things worse for himself as he decided to threaten to give the YouTube creator Legal Mindset HIV.
Legal mindset. I don't need to fight that. I'll walk past it, inject them with some HIV blood with a needle.
Whoa! That's like an actual threat! Whoa!
Legal mindset.
See, that's a very specific threat against a very specific person. That's actually gets me. So that is what you would call, and that's a threat. And that's what you call a pinprick attack, which is, you can Google it. There's actually Wikipedia pages about it. There's stuff like that about it.
Pinprick attack.
That is very much criminal to threaten, to talk about.
Oh,
it's
an assault on another person with a needle or syringe tainted with the blood of somebody carrying a bloodborne disease like HIV. Ha! Wow, now we're getting educated.
In many countries, there's actually specific statutes that relate to that legally.
I mean, the fact
This
that
guy's
he even
fucking
goes out
dumb,
and says
man.
that shows how much of a lowlife this guy is. But on top of that, Legal Mindset goes into detail on what these threats to the Korean public could mean for Johnny.
But in Korea, if you actually went over and threatened people with HIV, you could be guilty of any of these things: injury, attempted injury, serious injury, special threat, attempted crime, murder. Also, Korea has a special statute, a special law called the Acquired Immunodeficiency Syndrome, that's AIDS, Prevention Act, Article 19, Prohibition on Conduct risking transmission. What does that carry? I know you all want to know, and that is 10 years in jail.
And it's stacking too. God, man. Are they just letting him run rampant so that his buffs stack at this point? I don't understand it. People are really mad in my chat, by the way. It's not okay to, like, say kill him and stuff, chat. Just for the record, please stop saying we should shoot him or kill him. Like, detain him, sure, I understand. But, like, threats on his life is not okay to say in my stream. But are they letting him say this stuff at this point so that he guaranteed gets, like, life?
So 10 years, 10
Probably.
years under that statute for any conduct that would involve that. So that would be stacking on top of
Completing
his
the
already
build.
full stack of issues. 10 years in potential years in prison. That's a maximum penalty there.
That's
So naturally, Johnny panics and starts backtracking, saying that was all hypothetical and in Minecraft or whatever. But dude, that's not going to cover you legally. And he's realized how bad things are for him, hence why his new plan is to eventually
I learned that one from Pippa. You can't say
South
that anymore.
Korea, apparently.
Going to Incheon, I'm renting a boat or an inflatable raft. And I'm going to stream sailing to international waters. As soon as I hit international water, you can't touch me.
That sounds like a great way to drown. So what?
You think the Korean waters aren't turbulent and you're gonna make it out to the ocean? Yeah, that'll happen. Nah, man!
What's the plan here?
This guy's
Is he
so
just trying to sail to
stupid.
Japan, where he's also banned? Because if he was going from Busan, his options are Japan or I guess North Korea if he goes all the way up the coastline. But there's a whole bunch of Korean islands on the way to Japan, so there's no way he's gonna make it to international waters. He'll just get arrested again. Yeah, and that would be cool, Arling, except he didn't say Busan, he said Incheon, which is even worse for him, because then he only has North Korea and China and a whole bunch of Korean islands outside of Incheon. Great. Let's continue the video. But a lot of people have also been asking how his family are reacting to his antics.
He has family? I thought this guy was just spawned from hell. I had no idea he had family.
And he's actually addressed this before he was detained in Korea. So I can only imagine how they feel after all of this now.
You guys are my family. I'm not gonna lie. Like I told you guys, my family disowned me. My dad,
Honestly, that's valid.
the other day, I was like, do I really cause you that much stress? And my dad told me, you caused the whole world stress. I'm ashamed to be your father.
Okay, W move. W move. Chad, is it nature versus nurture, though, at this point? I feel bad. We don't know the whole situation. Like, they disowned him, but, like, how much of this was the kind of their fault? You think it's both? I guess. At least he's not encouraging it. There's a W on that part.
I was like, what? Dad, really? What? If I had a son and he turned out like Ramsey, like John, I would be proud. This
Yeah,
is
I
a
bet.
world enigma.
The only thing that makes Johnny an enigma is how stupid he acts. It's actually baffling. I've never seen a human being slowly self-sabotage and destroy his own life over the span of a few years for a handful of live stream viewers. At least not to this degree. This is just breaking records for being an absolute lowlife.
Why would you not be proud of this? Why would you not be proud of this?
I don't get
The
it,
only thing I'm
man.
really tripping over is because my dad told me he does not want me to have kids. He literally
Please don't spread your DNA.
said, do not reproduce. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just go back to crashing out. Y'all don't like me anyway. I'll make a new family. You can't choose your family, guys, but you can make a new one.
This guy picked a parasocial relationship with some viewers who hate him and want to see him either arrested or worse over his own family. The judgment on this one
That's
is phenomenal.
sad.
But clearly,
I can't imagine that's easy to say to your like own kid, like you birthed them kind of thing.
when people
Even if it's Johnny, man, I bet you it wasn't easy to come to that conclusion.
poke him about this, it really strikes a nerve.
My father told me not to have kids. Yes, he said that. But for you to take that and make that a joke is not a fucking game. It's not fucking funny. Yes, my father said, do not have kids. He did say that. I'm gonna be honest. He did say that.
But it's really funny that your own dad said that. You should talk to a therapist. Oh wait, you have no money.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care, but you do it multiple times on stream in front of everyone.
That reaction says otherwise, but will he take this as a wake-up call? Absolutely not, as he was just detained in Korea multiple times in one single live stream.
What's your name?
At one point, like, does he have a mom? Does he have siblings? Does anybody know? They must have fucked up. Did he not have a mom or anything? Did he have no father figure growing up? Like, what happened? I'd love to. We need to study him.
What's your name?
What's your name?
What's your name?
아,
hell no.
이거는 내 꺼내시는 거예요.
이거는 What's your name?
영국 깃발
No, I can film you.
일본 깃발
You in public. What?
그냥 대응하지만 괜찮아요.
Back up.
영국 깃발 일본 깃발 밟으면서 유지로스 정문으로.
We in the park. Here it come. Here it come.
Oh my
It's
God,
crazy. You guys see? Police state. This is a police state. Don't listen to these police.
My theory is that he had some sort of behavioral disorder where whether or not it's from bad parents or it was genetic or whatever, I don't think giving him social media was the best like outcome for him. He might have been a relatively like normal person, or at least like functioning, like maybe he had a normal job, but the streaming outlet genuinely made it 100 million times worse.
Don't speak.
Don't speak. Oh shit. Shut
여기
up.
있는 거 좀 볼게요.
Schizophrenia? No, this is not schizophrenia. This is some sort of like personality, like maybe like severe narcissism or something. Grandiose narcissism. Yeah, I wouldn't say this is schizophrenia. I've watched like actual schizophrenic people in real life. This is not the same.
These dudes are for some reason still acting like they're in America. Meanwhile, Hank was deported from the US. He can't even be here legally. And
There's also
Johnny
nice
can't legally
schizophrenics.
engage
He's like
in
a
any
really,
political
really
protests in
sad
South
one.
Korea. And that's exactly
fucking
what he's doing
sad
here with his
person.
buddy Hank, waving around some CCP flag and stomping on other flags for attention online. But Hank ends up actually getting fined for this. And all of this went down in a 9-hour-long live stream. But throughout this stream, it becomes more and more noticeable that Hank is upset with this fine. And this is the first time that he's received legal repercussions for hanging out with Johnny. And let's be real, the only reason they're out doing this was to entertain Johnny's viewers. But Johnny, he was gonna make it up to him with a couples massage. But not before they do a desktop stream first. And here,
A couples massage. Yo, I told you I was onto something, chat. I think he slurps on his glorp.
he announces when he's finished with the Johnny Somali shtick, he'll be a doctor.
I think I'm gonna go to medical school after this Johnny Somali arc is over.
I mean, on the bright side, at least you would be doing something positive for society, but good luck to any.
No, I would never trust this guy within like a 10-foot fucking million-mile radius of a hospital or a clinic. I don't care how good he is. I don't give a fuck.
Anyone that has to be this guy's patient. To be honest, though, I don't think he's being serious at all because he immediately starts talking about the future of his live streaming career. He also apparently view-botted the stream as he was celebrating having 8,000 live concurrent viewers. But the only issue with that is his VOD only has 15,000 total views days after the stream. If those 8,000 viewers were concurrent viewers and they were actually real, you would have like anywhere from like 150,000 to maybe 500,000 views on that VOD.
Yeah,
so there's basically a 0% chance that these views were legit. But he also announced his plans for his next trial.
I went to a tailor in Korea and we got my customized outfit and it's gonna be ready by Monday. Let's just say I told the tailor make it extra pointy. Extra pointy. we got some shit ready for the court. They got mad at me for wearing an oversized suit. Let's see how mad they get this time. What I wear. Let's see. That's all.
For those that don't know, he walked into a suit that would have probably fitted Hank, the Asian guy, the Korean guy that was sitting next to him at the start. Yeah.
I want to say. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not
KKK suit. Yeah, that's gonna
that
go
shit extra
great.
ready. I got it just like Kanye.
Is it all black or all white?
All black, just like Kanye. Just like Kanye.
Again, I mean, this dude is completely
I don't think Kanye should be someone you look up to, but okay.
willing to throw away his freedom to entertain the handful of viewers who watch his streams. He's just the prime example of influencer Darwinism. My guess here is he's just realized he's destroyed his life and he wants to make it as entertaining as possible for himself. until he inevitably gets thrown into Korean prison. I also forgot to mention that apparently they're not happy with the local news coverage of them, so they wanted to show up to their offices.
BC. The JBC News building is not even open. Who's the news that was talking shit about us?
JTBC.
So you want to go? You down to go to their headquarters?
Yes, and like demand an interview.
That's a good content line.
Demand
Oh,
actually
the
demand an
content,
interview.
the content chat.
Me and Hank go to the Korean news channel that has been talking the most shit about us, and we show up to their headquarters live. And on YouTube, live on this channel and Hank's channel. And we tell these we want to interview now. And we're not leaving till you call the police. Now!
So in case you were wondering why they were mad, they covered how he's ran out of money and that Hank is now asking for donations to continue to cover and pay for Johnny. So after the desktop stream, they decided to finally go to that couples massage. But before they got there, Hank had to defend Johnny.
Somali. Hi. 친구. What the Yo. Wait.
Dude, they must be like in a relationship. He's really defending him. Nobody else is doing this for him. He's sticking out his neck. I wonder what this guy does for a living. Is he just like a Nepo baby? I forget what the term is. Any Korean bros that know the term that I'm talking about? Like a Korean Nepo baby? Meat writer. Chibul. Yeah, Chibul. That was it. Thank you. Is it Chibul?
Wait. No. Wait.
Yeah, just fun baby.
Why you want to fight, 친구? 친구.
After Hank defended Johnny, Johnny canceled the couples massage as he would rather just go and stream. So they parted ways.
He's a fucking dick rider.
Johnny leaves and goes back to the house because, as he states, he can't be outside alone because, you know, the Golden Goblin game is still going on over there.
Guys, I can't be out here solo unless Google is gonna pull through.
And he's also openly admitted to being scared of walking around by himself out there due to being targeted.
Please don't say "Oh dear God." I have a PTSD when you say "Oh dear God." Please, I don't want to hear that word. That's "Oh dear God" is like hearing the N word to me, bro.
That word.
What does that mean?
Word is what the dude who knocked him out said just before knocking him out.
Oh.
Which translates to, "Where are you going?" But continuing the live stream, Johnny makes a mistake.
Where are you going?
Chat, another bottle of wine or what?
Oh, dear God. Oh.
Chat, another bottle of wine or what? Let me see ones in the chat. Ones in the chat, another bottle.
Let's see some ones in the chat. The chat's barely moving.
So he buys the bottle of wine, goes back upstairs, and I guess gets even more drunk, and that makes him brave enough to go back outside, all by himself.
Oh my God. Oh, it's the police. I'm gone.
Oh,
it's the police. I'm running from the police. I'm gone. It's the police. Oh,
he's really booking it.
Someone called the police. Someone called the police. Oh, open.
Isn't right from the police a crime?
I'm closing the door on the cops.
He's booking it, chat. The police.
Go.
It's the sound of the beast. Whoop, whoop.
Someone call the cops. I swear to God. No. I love the police.
Clearly, he should have been wandering outside. He should have just stayed at home. So he got away from the police. Unsure if that could count as fleeing from the police, considering they actually had their lights on. But then for some reason, he decided to go back downstairs. Because remember, he lets his live stream chat make his life decisions for him. The same people that want him either arrested or worse.
One in the chat go down.
What?
One in the chat go down.
Chat, I'm gonna commit a crime if you press 1. Doesn't that make you... Man, that's gonna... Chat, it's a joke. You don't... No, I'm not gonna commit a crime. I am not gonna do that, chat!
You think I'm lying? One in the chat go down.
No take-backs? Okay, I'm ending stream.
One in the chat go down.
I'm gonna go drunk driving. That's a crime, right?
Alright, say it.
I don't drink.
I swear they were for me.
I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that. Jeez.
I'm going now. I'm not scared. What the fuck did they do to me? They harassed me. I don't give a fuck what they want.
This guy's insane, man. Clinically.
Oh, they're for me. All day for me. I'm closing. Oh, no. Goodbye. What you want? What do you want?
그 조용히 해야 돼. calm.
Huh? YouTube live. Don't calm down.
그 calm down. calm down.
You can tell the police are just
Calm
so fed up
down.
with him at this point because they clearly have to deal with him on the regular. So
I think they got told by like their district to stand down and let him keep going, but they can't arrest him yet.
they just end up telling him to go back home.
Go away from me.
찍지 말라고.
Siju balago.
찍지 말라고.
Okay, bye-bye.
찍지 마.
Yeah, I'm scamming. Go away.
찍지 말라고.
Go away.
No.
Okay. Go away.
Dude, he's like a toddler.
Hey, go away. Go, hey. Hey, go.
비추.
Huh?
So finally, they let him go back into Hank's apartment. So a lot of people are now
Don't
speculating that
insult
Hank called the
toddlers.
cops on Johnny when he left the apartment again, telling the cops that, hey, my friend is drunk and needs to go back home again or something. Which honestly isn't unlikely at this point. And we also have a recent clip that came out of Hank promising that he's going to sort out a place for Johnny to live. I'm assuming on either his money or his family's money, because that apartment that both of them are living in is tiny. Johnny's been there for months. I can only imagine how irritating it is.
Oh, the smell, man. Oh, the smell must be horrendous.
To live with Johnny there.
I lived in a smaller apartment than this. It was an efficiency. I don't know, man. This looks nice.
And then on top of that, having to be Johnny's sugar dad while you're living in a tiny apartment with him, I can only imagine how frustrating that is. So it's not super
get it on
far-fetched
chat.
that he ended up calling the cops on him. And Johnny hasn't streamed since that night, so who knows? Will he stream before his next court date, or will he just show up to that court date and
Look at his face. That's the face of someone who hasn't gotten slurp and glorped in a while.
his pointy black gown as he was promising his chat. But I guess we'll continue to cover this as this train wreck happens, but I also have like 7 other train wrecks to cover this week, so stay tuned for the next video. And also, hey, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe. And also, we've been dropping some new collections over on Matt.City. We just actually dropped Seoul alongside of many other cities, and we'll have many more to
That's
drop
so
over the next couple of months. So
cute.
stay tuned there as well. If you do want to check out the new collections, you can go to Matt.City. Link will be
that's
down in the
kinda
description down
cute,
below. But other than that,
actually.
I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
That's legitness. Yo, if you have little kids, it's probably really cool, actually. Yo, check them out. Atozy. Atozy? Where do I cop one? Go in the video description and go to Matt.City, and there's like little mats you can buy. I bet it's a good gift for little kids. Or you can hang it on your walls or something. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. When's the next freaking Johnny some blobbly fucking Johnny Somali court date? Isn't it June? No, later delayed to May 2025. That's this month. Oh.